Ziggity Zig talking his way out of bronze game number 112. And this week, starting today, Monday, is going to be a little bit different. This week, I'm going to be recapping a show match that I had on last Thursday night with Agamemnon of SC2 Mistakes. Go over to sc2mistakes.com or follow youtube.com/sc2mistakes. I think they have sc2mistakes.com up right now. They have more Facebooky things than our Lime Not Lemon, but we'll not talk about that. So, this was game 2. Game 1, Agamemnon beat me pretty well. I'd screwed up and done a few weird things with my supply, and I'd gotten supply blocks far too many times. So I thought I played slightly better in this one, and this was kind of an odd and interesting game, so I'll show you what's going on here. Agamemnon was doing a lot of this, not really a Forge FE, but it was more of a one gateway early expand thing, I think. And this was also on Shattered Temple, which we all know there is no close spawn on Shattered Temple, so I could go over here and check this one, and then this one, and then I know what's going on. So it's all very basic as we go. It was a Forge FE. I'm a derp. Yeah, so I'm confirming no Forge. No close spawn on this. Now the thing is about a Forge FE, I would pass, and I saw, okay, Forge, right, fine. He's getting gas, but... Meantime, I get my gateway up, and then I get ready for... And I don't make any units. Fair enough. Why is that? I do that because... Oh, there's Agamemnon hiding over there. And look! Oh, it's a proxy pylon! Now with a proxy pylon with a Forge FE, he does have a great gateway there as well. I'm covering the middle, which is stupid. So I think... Now, wait a minute. I saw a Forge. And it looked like a Forge FE, but I'm just going to make sure there's no crazy shenanigans going on because I happen to know that Agamemnon is one for cannon rushing. It's what he's been saying in his Twitter feeds or on his YouTube channel once or twice for SC2 Mistakes. So he does do the odd cannon rush. Now, the trick there is that he's doing some cannons down here on the low ground. So I finally decide this probe is not going to be able to do anything. So since I was working on a 3-stalker rush, now at this point, Agamemnon would probably want to get a pylon up here right now. But sadly, he's lost out on that opportunity. So I decide I've got the high ground and range. But then I miss my opportunity there, and I got to try to stay up here at the top, and stay and try to take out that probe, because once I take out that probe, I am sitting pretty. So there's the problem. And now he has high ground and he can see things, so I need to destroy this. Problem is I got on the wrong side of it. So what we've quickly learned here is that the next thing I can do is confuse myself, get myself out of range down here. I probably could have been taking that out, but again, I wasn't. So now I draw my line in the sand. It looks like Agamemnon does have another probe coming in this way. Have a quick check at the APM spammage. We're both roughly at the same spot there. Meanwhile, and behind of this, I am still trying to get out my warp gate. Now, I'm putting down photon cannons and other things as opposed to actual unit production. And there he comes again, and oh, I got him before he managed to put that down. So my photon cannon takes out that. Now, the thing is once that happens, here's what I know. Once that happens, his vision is done. So what happens next? He's sitting here and thinking, okay, well, I can shoot him if he comes down here. Shoot him if he comes down the ramp. Is he going to come down the ramp? Oh, hell. Oh, I can sort of click on it. So maybe, he might have been able to do that. But the bad news is that I took out the one pylon that was powering them. And at this point, where are we sitting? We're sitting pretty even, so we've both been managing our supply, or our workers all right, so our income should be about the same. I'm running on 1 gas. I have precisely 2 gates. He's got 2 gates, and his cyber core is only now just coming up. However, he is working on a few upgrades. That is a good idea. That is something that I've been forgetting to do in a lot of other games. So I take my 2 dudes, and I just decide, bam. Now I'm up to 3 dudes. I decide to do a little bit of damage. Get rid of these, just in case they haunt me again. I'm on some sort of 2-gate Robo thing. I don't know what I'm doing there. Now I can transmogrify that one into a warp gate. And Boom goes the warp gate. Boom goes the last of the cannon, and then I decide to cover my front. And at this point, I'm thinking to myself, okay, he's probably pretty well defended with cannons. On the bright side, so am I. I actually don't see any cannons defending his base, so I should have counterattacked a lot earlier than I did. Meantime, so 4 stalkers moving out. Probably best to take... Oh, did I take that? No, I didn't. Oh, I did notice. Lucky! And he comes up here to give me a forward pylon. And then I'm going to go take a poke and see what's going on up here. Meanwhile, back home, what am I working on? I'm working on a gateway probe. I've got so my first immortal coming out. Meantime, that's going to take a second or two. Not quite enough. Ah, there's my 3rd gateway. Alright, so I'm finally at a 3-gate Robo on 1 base after fending off the cannon rush, which is pretty much a miracle for me, because normally I can't do that kind of thing of keeping both things going at the same time. Oof. Pardon me. So there comes another tiny little reinforcement. So I've got the army advantage right now. I've even got an immortal coming in behind me. So I'm just trying to wait for that 1 immortal. Then I think if that was it, I'm looking pretty good right about here. Get another quick little warp in of some zealots. Definitely moving ahead. So really, the only reason that I'm ahead at this point is because of the cannon rush, and that would have set him back quite a bit in terms of resources. And look at that, his warp gate is still not done at this point. I'm not bringing anything in because my multitasking is atrocious. I am also supply blocked because I'm an idiot. Finally get working on ground weapons 1. So he's already at 1-0, and oh, he just suddenly decides to move back. I probably should have hit down. No, I didn't focus down the pylon. That's lame. No good at all. I apparently focused down. What did I do instead? I don't really know. Take down that, and there are 3 gates, cyber, everything else. He did get another one of them right there, but I basically lose most of this engagement. Yeah, pretty low now. However, I come back with now 2 immortals. This is going to help a bit. And he retreats and needs to regroup. I have mostly cut off. Can that turn into one? Yep, he can turn it into a warp gate, but having mostly cut off his reinforcements, and he's not making another pylon right there. He's pretty well going absolutely crazy for money at the moment, so he's running up quite a tab. I outnumber him. I don't know what I'm waiting for at this moment. Apparently, I'm still kind of waiting for either my +1 or something else. He cuts off once more, but the problem is he cuts off the immortal and the beef, a fair amount of the beef of the units on one side. So now we decide to move a bit forward. I've still got a couple of these guys, and the few stalkers and the immortals decide to take out a few more pylons. So he does manage to get, I think, a couple of warp-ins up the top. And then I just avoid his ramp, get down here, take out the pylons once more. It was a little clumsy, but I felt that I, A, dealt with the cannon rush pretty well, and then B, migrated into a, from my 3-stalker rush, I migrated out of that into cannon defense, and then back into a 3-gate Robo, without too much awfulness. Pretty much on par there for APM. What is that? Effective. Huh. What? Why is my... correct me if I'm wrong, but my APM is my actions per minute. But your EPM is your effective actions per minute? So why is my effective higher than my... I'm going to have to look that up, because I don't understand why the effective actions... I'm having more effective actions than I am having actions in general. So if what that tells me is that I'm being more effective than I am being physical. Anyway, hopefully, I'm going to go through, because we had a best of 6 sorry, best of 7 series. This is the one that I won. So I won game 2, he won game 1. So at this point, we were tied 1-1. We'll do a couple more games this week, hopefully. So leave me a comment down below, send me an email, ziggyzig@gmail.com, or you can follow me on Twitter @ZiggyStarcraft. You should probably go over and check out SE2 Mistakes as well. And just so I plug it one more time, Lime Not Lemon is over at our other YouTube channel. Myself and Griff. Yeah, I think that's... Yay, announcements are over. Ugh, stay tuned.